Hey guys, today I want to give you a tour of my 2021 Mow Truck Setup. It's a little slow in the season. I've got this here in the yard while everybody's mowing, and I thought I'd give you a tour, so let's check it out. This truck is an 06 Chevy Silverado. I've had a similar bed put on another truck, and I had to add a leaf spring on both sides of the truck so that, you know, a heavier grandstand or something like that wouldn't go press this all the way down to the tire. So that's something to look for. What I like about this one here is that it's got a separate area for grass. So when it fills up, you can dump it on the other side, and we'll go over that in a second. But it's got, you know, some steps, so if you need to get to a blower, need to get to a blower, you got it there, or gas, or you know, something that you need like shovel or something. Really cool. The ramp was done very well on this one here. You know, dovetails so that you're not going straight up. Now I've got two mowers put on here now because that's just the easiest to do. But you can put one more right there to have a total of 3 mowers. And they're nice. The pegs there, lock them into place. It works great. We've got gas tanks, 15 gallons, which does really well for routes that have, you know, 25, 30 houses on it. Or if you're running your Time Master, you need to go through quite a bit of gas. This is really nice because you can fill it up one time during the week, and you should be good for that week. With the mix, it'll last you a lot longer, but it's just nice to know that you can stock up and not worry about it for probably 2 weeks on that, or even longer. You've got the racks for the trimmers and edger, and string. Not quite sure why this is here, but it is. And we've also, they've bolted, we have these little wire cutters here welded on so that we can cut the string. Of course it doesn't. There we go. Now something I'm still working on are putting these pipes, welding them on so that we can put the shovels and rakes on these. I realized after we did this that they're a little high, so maybe the next ones we do, or we can cut them so they start here instead of all the way up here. So, you know, you got to try things to figure out what will work and what doesn't. So here's the door, the latch door. Okay, so the way that this works best is if you just take it off. So imagine this is full of grass or halfway full of grass. Okay, so one of the reasons why this setup works really well is because everything's so compact together. It's right where you need it. You don't need to walk around everywhere to get certain things. But the cool thing is when you're in a neighborhood that's tight, you know, you can't really back in or turn very much. Being able to just pull up like a regular vehicle is freaking awesome. There's no problems with backing in and out or going into a cul-de-sac or parking somewhere. You pretty much park in between driveways from one house to the next and not have to worry about that extra trailer space. So this works really well for that. It also makes it convenient for getting gas and even loading. Like at first, when I first got this setup, I really didn't think that was enough space for the grass, and it's still, time will tell, but I feel like we've put so much grass in there mowing 25, 35 houses that I don't really think it's going to be a problem in the future when the grass starts getting greener in the middle of, you know, summer or spring or whenever. So I don't know, I really like this setup. Everything's right where you need it, and it looks really professional as well. All right, now that I've shown you some of the things I like about it and some of the cool features, I want to talk about kind of some of the things that I don't really love about it too much. One, obviously the color. Although it's grown on me, I kind of feel like we're turning into a pink and blue business. But anyway, one of the things I wish this truck bed had was a hitch for a trailer. But the way that it's set up, there's no way I could put a trailer hitch on here because the weight of whatever we're pulling would just be dangerous to add to this. So it just can't be done. So that's one thing I wish it didn't have. The other thing, it's kind of not anything to do with the bed. It's actually the truck. I wish that it was a 4-door. I know some of you thought I was going to say I wish it was a Ford or something like that. No, it's fine being a Chevy. But I would like to have extra space in case we were training another mow guy or something like that, so they'd have room to sit back there. Right now it's just basically made for 2 men, and that's it. So that's one of the things I wish it had, 4 doors. The other feature I wish it had was that, and it's something we could still do, I've already talked to my welder about it and he gave me the look like, dude, are you serious? And that is to move the trimmer and edger rack out here. So it's easy to get to from out here instead of having to walk up the trailer and getting it that way. But the cool side about that is that it's super secure up here. It's harder to get to when you're in the backyard, you know, maybe there's somebody walking around in the front and it just makes it harder to get to. So because of that, it could go either way. So, but yeah, now other than that, it's perfect. And even with those things that I mentioned, when I put a new crew in here, they'll never even notice those things because this is all they'll know. So this is fine, it works great, it's got everything we need, super efficient, and easy to train somebody to drive this thing too. That's the other thing. When you're pulling a trailer, you kind of have to be worried about somebody, you know, backing up or getting out of a tight spot. But with this, no, you don't have to worry about that. Okay, now I just finally got my garden bed maintenance truck back from a welder friend who I gave him this project before I hired a welder, and so I kind of let him finish it, and it's been a couple of months and he did a great job, so I'm super happy. But I finally got it back today, and now this truck, besides it being a Ford, was just like that truck. It had the same setup back here, had the compartment for the grass, and it had the ramp for all the mowers and things, just like that truck. But on this one, I did move the trimmers to the outside because I want to be able to dump debris in here and get to it, have it all the room and not anything get stuck in there. Also, the grass catcher section that was right here on the other truck, we made into a toolbox up here. So nice and big, you can fit tarps, trimmers, edgers, you know, pole pruners, things like that, the gas tanks, anything you need, you can throw it up there. There's plenty of room and plenty of space. And we've done that with another truck and it works great, so I wanted to replicate that. The other cool thing that I want to try and do is I want to put a little handle here so you can kind of climb up. This was one of the recommendations that the garden guy saw right when he saw it this morning. One of my workers drove it in and all the garden guys were here and they were like, it'd be really nice if you cut this out, you know, and just leave it like that, and we could put some strap or make this into a hinge so you can go in and out easily. But the way that it's set up, it's not that hard to get up here, so it's fine. But yeah, this is a truck. We shaved off the railings in here so we can scoop the mulch up easily with a shovel and it'd be smooth. So yeah, I mean, I got a lot of crap from my friends when they saw that I was doing this because, you know, the truck bed setup was something that people want and people like. But I felt like, first of all, it's on a Ford 150, this is probably like a 6-cylinder. Not gonna last very long if you're putting a lot of heavy weight on here. Anyway, I just felt like I need a maintenance bed, and I thought that this was a perfect opportunity. It was almost already set up that way, that we just went ahead and finished it off like that. And now all I need are garden maintenance guys. I actually have the truck here finally, but we haven't been using it. We've been using another garden bed that's set up totally different than this, but we don't have any workers for it now. So once I hire somebody that does garden maintenance, this is a truck for them. All right guys, with the time of the year, I thought it'd be good to show you what mow trucks we're using and how we're utilizing them as well. So drop comments down below, let me know what you think, because I want to know what you guys are using, and Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.